Hi guys, welcome to LES Matters TV. Today I'm going to be talking about spiritual development in the area of LES. Today's discussion is going to be all about spiritual development in the area of early childhood. This is a continuation series in relation to holistic child development. Few weeks ago, I did a video on holistic development, and following up, I start to break it down. It's going to be all about spiritual development in LES. So I've spoke about physical, intellectual, language, emotional, social. I'm going to leave the link up and down below so you can check this video out in order to keep you up to date. Okay, so I'm going to start by letting you know that spiritual development in areas of early childhood is not different from physical, intellectual, language, emotional, and the social aspects of the child. Okay, it is as much important as this area that I've highlighted, and you as the adult, whether you're the parents, guardian, or teachers of young children, should not shy away from this topic. I've seen in the past, and I know it's a sensitive topic that people shy away from talking about, but this needs to be discussed, okay? And it's young children start to ask the why question, why this, why that, and as you can see, it is not something that you're going to shy away from, because children will definitely ask you this question. Okay, so what is spiritual development? Spiritual development has to do with the inner being of the child. Okay, this is the time where the child will begin to query their emotions, okay, query their beliefs, query what they have, what they do. Okay, it starts when children start to ask the why question, why this, why that. And this is the question that people shy away from. A child could ask a question that, okay, I believe in God. Who is God? And sometimes you see people shy away from this topic, but it needs to be discussed. Spiritual development is the same as physical, intellectual, language, emotional, because in the area of early childhood, we looked at the holistic approach, the overall development of the child, taking a whole approach to child development. Okay, so I'm going to be talking of the ways you could promote spiritual development in early years. Okay, so the first way to go about this is, you as the adult, you need to acknowledge that you do not know everything in spiritual development. Okay, so you as the adult, you need to acknowledge that you do not know everything about spiritual development, and if it is something that you need to research, you go and do your findings, because like I said, children will be asking you questions, and if there are questions that you do not know, you need to research, because you need to give these children answers. Okay, so take note, the first way to promoting spiritual development in the area of early childhood is, you as the adult, know that you do not know everything, and you also need to query your own beliefs. Okay, you need to query your own beliefs. Okay, and if there's any way that you're being biased in relation to spiritual development, you need to check yourself out, because like I said, you have to be positive role models to young children. Young children look up to you, and it is important that you do your findings right in relation to spiritual development, because if you present young children with wrong information, okay, they are going to live to grow up with this information. They are going to believe these informations and believe, yes, my teacher told me, my parents told me, my guardian told me, so yes, I believe this is the way forward. So it's important that you go and find out in relation to spiritual development. If there's something that you do not know, do not shy away from making your findings. All right, so that's the first step. Take note of this. The second step is, encourage young children to express their beliefs. Encourage young children to express their thoughts or beliefs in relation to religion, and do not be judgmental. Okay, so when young children express their thoughts in relation to religion, do not be judgmental and say, oh no, this is not the right religion, this is not the right belief. Like I said, because if you discourage them and you try to push them away, they're definitely going to believe what you say. It's important that you encourage, express their thoughts in relation to religion, and do not be judgmental, do not be biased about it. So take note of this. I also like you to know that you need to treat questions about religion with respect. Okay, so if children have questions in relation to religion, so you need to respect this. Do not say, oh, I don't want to talk about it, oh no, we don't want to discuss this. It's important that you discuss it. They need to know. They start to ask questions, why this, why that, and you need to provide them with answer, because they are curious, they want to know. Okay, so it's important that you treat questions that children ask in relation to religion with respect. Okay, take note of this. Or also engage children in informal discussion about spirituality. Okay, everything doesn't have to be formal. You don't have to really sit the children down and discuss about spirituality with them. Okay, informal discussion. Okay, they could be painting, they could be doing something, and you just chip in something that or you find out more things about them, okay, in relation to their spirituality, okay. So it's important that you also engage in informal discussion with these children in as much as you want to engage in formal discussion. So both ways, encourage formal and informal discussions in relation to spirituality with these children. I would also encourage you to recognize children's innate feelings, okay. Recognize children's inner feeling. It is important, okay. So if a child express what they are feeling inside of them, it is really important that you recognize it as well. Do not say, oh no, I don't want to talk about it, it's okay, we're not discussing this. It's important. And in as much as, when you look at this, we're trying to promote children's self-esteem, and the only way you esteem is to recognize their inner feelings, okay. So it's important in relation to promoting spiritual development in the area of early childhood is to recognize children's innate feelings, okay. So take note of all these few points that I've highlighted in relation to promoting spiritual development in the area of early childhood. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and do